tell you something. I've been in these ZocDoc streets for a very long time, because I love how you can go on there, patient review doctors. It is so good. But the real tea is ZocDoc is that girl, because she's a what? A free app. Yes. Girl, stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/Monet to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/Monet. ZocDoc.com/Monet. Everyone's doing it. You should too. Baby, every plate is everything you need in a food service, okay? Delicious, flavor-packed meals at your door. What's the problem? I don't know, you tell me. So what are you waiting for, baby? Dig into these flavor-packed meals your household will enjoy and love, okay? For a limited time only, new customers can enjoy this special offer of only $1.99 a meal. Go to everyplate.com/podcast and use code Monet199 to get started. Hi, it's me, Monet, here again, and I want to remind you that I am coming around the U.S. doing some new stand-up dates all over the contiguous United States of America. I learned that in 5th grade, contiguous, and I won't forget it. So if you want to come see me do some new raw material, I'm going to be in Spokane, Washington on April 18th and 19th, Oklahoma City, April 25th and 26th, Sacramento, May 2nd and May 3rd, Raleigh, North Carolina, May 24th and 25th, and Rochester. You get it? Rochester on June 12th and 14th. So if you want to come see me do some brand new stand-up material, come see me on one of those dates. Go to MonetXchange.com to get your tickets. Mwah.
All of a sudden, I started getting these text messages. Did your Betty White joke?
Wow. You heard it here from the horse's mouth herself.
Spilling a tea.
Monét Talks. Everybody come sit down, let's have a chat. Monét Talks. Living life gossip, chop it up, this or that. Monét Talks. Get comfortable with me, cause you on the show. We just wanna know where you been, who you been with. Monét Talks.
Monét Talks listeners, viewers, subscribers, likers, commenters, all you out here. Today we are joined in studio by a true relic of drag. Okay, she started doing drag when dinosaurs roamed the earth. It's the incredible Jacqueline V. Jackie, how you doing, Jackie?
I'm doing good. I'm sitting on a couch next to you. This beautiful painting behind me. I mean, what could be better?
Why are you holding the mic with two hands?
Oh, I was joking when you said relic. You didn't see it. I was doing business.
Doing business with the microphone.
I took an improv class back in the 1980s, so I think I'm real clever.
I've never taken an improv class ever. Life has just been my improv.
I can tell.
Were you a Groundlings person? No.
No, I was Second City.
Second City. That's the one in Chicago.
Yes, and they have one in Santa Monica. And I'm always like, oh my God, I was accepted into Second City. And they were like, you mean your check cleared? I mean, that's the way it works.
Which one is the most, I mean, I think Groundlings is probably has had, no, the one in Chicago has fed the most like SNL, like actors, like Steve Carell and all those people were at I don't know which one is the popular famous one. They're both famous.
They're both very famous.
Yeah.
Second City had a lot of, oh my God, now my brain dead. No, I want to say there was SCTV, Second City TV, which is Canadian, which is, Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, Andrea Martin Short. Like, oh my God, they're all so funny.
So good.
And
Martin Short is Canadian?
Yes.
Really?
Well, if he's not 100% Canadian, he did live and study there and stuff.
I love fucking Canadians, especially Montrealians.
Oh, have we discussed? We haven't discussed anything.
We haven't nothing.
The correct answer to that is no, Jackie. No. Have you seen that picture of I'm going to forget his first name, Trudeau?
Justin Trudeau.
Mm-hmm. At a podium, side view. Girl, the butt is like boom.
Oh, girl,
and do you know why?
Why?
Somebody told me.
Because
they all grow up doing ice hockey.
Oh,
So that ice
so the
skating makes the ass go womp, womp, womp. Oh my God, you could set a third drink on that ass.
Well, I met him. I did a gig in Canada for something, and he wanted to meet me backstage. So I go to meet Justin Trudeau. First of all, in my heels, bitch, he was like a good 2 inches taller than me. And when we hugged and we took a picture, he put his hand in the small of my back and treated me like the true first lady of Canada that I am. It was delicious. Although, this might sound shady. Up close.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah. Like, he's fine.
Why are you trying to why are you trying to ruin my spank bank?
Yeah, up close. I mean, he's fine. Like, I think more so with Justin Trudeau, it's like all of it, right? He's a prime minister. He's tall. He looks in shape. He has an ass like a fucking go-go boy.
Doesn't he have good hair?
He has good hair as well.
Yeah.
But I don't really care about hair. Like, if I'm fucking another baldy, like, I don't care.
I know, but really?
Yeah.
This is awkward. I mean, you can cut the sexual tension with a spork. No, you just don't expect like world leaders to have like, you know, a head of thick, wavy hair.
Yeah. Well, he definitely went to Turkey at some point. For sure. Bitch, there's some celebrity that went to...
Do you want to explain that?
To get the hair transplant.
Your viewers are dumb. You need to explain that shit.
Jackie, we have all millennials and Gen Zers. When you say the country Turkey is synonymous with hair surgery. Like, that's what everyone associates that with now. Would you ever go to Turkey and get your hair done?
No, and let me explain.
Yeah.
First of all, I am sitting here in black sweats, a t-shirt. I am holding a pillow like it's, you know, hiding anything. When I'm not in drag, I don't give a flying fuck. Honey, when I'm in drag, I don't give a flying fuck. No, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know these people, like, I'm trying to work a look. I just think it's sad. It's like
out of drag? Like not putting a little something together out of drag?
No.
Jackie?
No, don't care. Honey, I've been doing drag for 35 years. I've been on this planet 61 years.
Word.
I've had it. I'm done. Unless I'm getting paid, and even then...
Or pegged.
I don't get pegged.
You don't get pegged?
I'm a side.
Okay, we're going to talk about side behavior. Before we get into side behavior, I would just for all the people watching who may not know who you are.
Well, first of all, I just need you to simmer down. No, I need you to relax because let's be honest, no one's watching or listening to this episode.
No, that's not true.
I wasn't on Drag Race. But
it's not about that. I think for the general public who may not know who Jackie Beat is, like, how would you describe yourself and your claim to fame in not even drag, because you are, like, celebrities know you as well. Like, how would you describe who Jackie Beat is?
Well, first of all, I mean, I won't even make it that personal. I will say, and I've said this before, back in the day, there were 7 of us. This is before Drag Race.
There was Sherry Vine, Jackie Beat, Head of Lettuce.
Yes. Carla Jean Merman, Coco Peru, Lady Bunny.
Who's the 7th? RuPaul?
No.
What do you mean, no, not RuPaul?
No, it wasn't the same. She was not doing cabaret. She was not, it was she was already at a different level.
So are you only counting the cabaret?
In her mind. No, so if somebody, like Gay Pride, we need a drag queen. It was one of us. Oh, there's a movie. We need a drag queen. One of us. Sex and the City.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
that's what you're saying.
7, there was, yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes they just chose you because of what coast you were on or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But now it's, oh my God, there's like what?
It's a lot of queens now.
375 losers, and I'm not even being mean. They didn't fucking win. I can handle the winners.
Well, I will say, like, it is kind of crazy, like, because you've been around for 35 years, like, to see like the drag boom and how it's just gotten crazy. It is a lot for me to take in, and I've only been doing drag for 15 years now, for 14 years. So it is a lot of, even from when I started to now, it is kind of crazy how many fucking drag queens exist now.
15 years?
15 years.
And you've only been doing it good for like 3. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys going to add a laugh track?
No.
Yeah, it's in my writer. It's in my writer. We're going to add booze. Haven't you had enough? Don't ask what's in that cup. No. I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go travel all over and do my show. And the queens, the local queens, first of all, I used to just love that they would have these queens who... They still lived at home and their parents didn't know they did drag. So they had a drag suitcase.
Uh-huh.
They didn't drive. So they had to get on the bus Do you know what I mean? To get to the club.
Yeah.
So everything was at the club. They got in drag at the club. They got out of drag. They went home. They put that suitcase in the closet.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But like when I got there, they would say, oh my God, let me show you something. And they would take me to their station and there would be a picture that they printed out. Of me from the internet or something. And they'd be like, this is how I learned how to do makeup. And for a while there, I'm going to just say this.
Okay, what?
Everybody was doing like my makeup. There was this specific, don't wipe that face off your head, bitch. It's true.
Okay, what was your stamp? What was your makeup stamp that people were doing that was like quintessential Jackie?
Like a like a blended lip. So in other words, like really sort of white pinkish lip, but dark in the corner to make your lips look a lot bigger. It was this sort of purpley burgundy shadow with the really big black wing. It was just a specific look. I'm sorry. I changed everything. I invented that. I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm not that. So.
But I will say, but drag does, like, you can look at it, like, you can look at a queen and pinpoint around the era she started doing drag, right? Like, I think in, like, the early, like, late 80s, early 90s, that, like, what you're talking about.
Well, sometimes it's real easy. Like, the very first headshot of Sherry Vine, you can see the Hindenburg blowing up in the background. Hindenburg. Google it. Sherry Vine. Google it.
So, wait, okay, so you talk about these queens who did drag and family didn't know. Were you always out to your family? Like, did you? Oh God, did you do drag? Oh, so you were never in the closet.
All, when I was 4 years old, like my parents knew that I was gay.
How? What were you doing? Fucking.
Oh my God! First of all, okay. No, I mean, my mom was such a fag hag, and that is a phrase that a lot of people have a problem with, whether it's the fag part.
Fag hag too now?
I'm telling you.
We can't have anything anymore.
But it's also kind of like, you know, insulting to women, like, you know. But back then there was a certain kind. But my mom and dad's best friends growing up in Scottsdale, Arizona in the 60s and 70s were a gay couple, Bob and Jim. They did everything together.
Then you gays, but no blacks.
Scottsdale, Arizona, there weren't any to know.
Wow, Jackie. So you were perpetuating the stigma that black people don't live in Scottsdale? Like, are you really gonna come on this show and say that now live?
This isn't live. This is being taped so ahead of time that I can't even talk about anything that I might want to promote. First of all, because I might not even be alive by the time this airs.
Jackie, I
feel threatened, by the way.
It's February 3rd, 2025.
What are you looking at?
It's an wristwatch. Do you know that? So look, put your hand like this. So Bob makes fun of me because he says like my palms are the colors of white people. But y'all, look at this.
No.
Jackie and I, look how pale this bitch is. And I have like, this is like a caramel macchiato. This is like the white Christmas one.
The white Christmas one. You ain't gonna get no Starbucks money unless you actually know the name of the offerings.
Okay, so you weren't out. So your family, well, your parents had gay friends.
The hardest part of being gay was that everybody clocked me from age 4 or 5. Okay. Seriously, I would watch the Carol Burnett show and Cher and Miss America pageant with my mom. Like I said, she loved the fact that she had a little gay son. We used to go out to lunch. I was like 8 years old and eating steak tartare and going to see Everything You Want to Know About Sex But We're Afraid to Ask and Paper Moon and The Sting, all these movies. My mom was amazing, and
your dad didn't care. He was like, "Well, my son's gay. No football, I guess."
I've talked about this as a little gay boy, and maybe you can relate. You can always, like from 100 feet away, I could tell if a coach or a friend's dad or a teacher or anyone, a man, if his lip curled or he kind of rolled his eyes or like that, I could feel disgust. From 100 feet away.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Never felt it from my dad.
I
remember because he was in the Navy and I mean, he was very butch, but he was also very sensitive and he was really smart. Both my parents were artists. They were painters.
Oh, work. Oh, so you come from a family of artistry.
Yeah.
Cute.
And, I mean, my mom's favorite movie was La Cage aux Folles, the original, the French one. And
I didn't know. Okay, wait. I didn't know it was a movie for. I knew Birdcage, but there was a movie before Birdcage about La Cage. Oh, yeah. So what came first, the movie or the musical?
The movie.
Okay. So movie, musical, movie. And got it. Oh,
but I can't remember. So anyway.
Yeah.
No, I remember, my dad was like a hunter and we had guns. And I'm not kidding you. When I was 6 years old, I was the best shot in the family. If we were shooting bottles or targets.
It's fucking Scottsdale, Arizona. Y'all just shooting shit outside. That's crazy.
Yeah. My dad once was like, let's go. I mean, I think he was just like, I know who this kid is, but like, let's just see where the boundaries are or whatever. So he was like, we're going to go hunting today. And I was like, really? And he's like, yes, it's important for you to know that when your mom puts a chicken on the table, it's
where
not
it came from.
Yeah, you need to understand that this is, a creature.
Right.
So we went hunting. First of all, when I shot the gun, it just about,
like,
it was like,
kickback.
So, and then we walked over to the bird and my dad was like, uh-oh. And I was like, uh-oh, what?
It was pregnant.
No. He's like, oh, we shot the wrong kind of bird. You can't even eat this. I started crying.
Oh, no.
Because I was like, it's one thing if you're going to eat it.
Yeah.
I just killed a bird for nothing.
Yeah.
He's like, never mind. We're going home right now. We went home. We sat at the kitchen table and we drew pictures.
Oh, no. Oh, that's very sweet. That is a very sweet
because we used to draw pictures and we used to do this thing where you could make one mark on a thing and go, that's a pickle. And then you hand it over, and you can't lift it up.
Yeah,
so it limits you.
Yeah.
So he would be like, "Oh, that's and he'd add something, and I'd add something, and then next thing you know, it was just like you had to get more outlandish.
Cute.
He was a wonderful guy.
Work. So when did you start sucking dick? Because I started in middle school.
Oh no, I was super, super, super duper late.
How late? Like talking about like college?
Girl, you're gonna. Oh, this is not good.
How late, Jackie? How late?
I don't like this anymore. I lost my virginity when I was 23.
23?
Let me tell you something, and I've said this before too. I repeat myself a lot.
You did it several times here.
The day I came out of the closet and kind of became sexually active or was ready to, AIDS gave its first press conference.
Okay.
I've told this story.
That's
I met this cute guy who looked like a very young Matthew Broderick. Not really my type, but like he was gorgeous and young and big brown eyes.
I'm confusing Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane.
Sarah Jessica Parker's husband.
He didn't age well.
No. But back in the day.
So
I met this guy. We went back to his place and we were making
That's so shitty. Is Matthew Broderick, if you ever want to do the show, I think you're stunning.
He's never doing the show.
Okay, continue.
So
young Matthew Broderick.
We're on his couch making out, and it was kind of like a Smith song. Like, is this my moment? Am I going to become a man? You know what I mean? Like, am I blah, blah, blah. Like, the TV was on in the background, and we are going at it. And I'm like, this is it. This is
breaking news.
There was a public service announcement commercial about AIDS.
Damn.
And we both just looked at each other, and I was like, I guess I'd better leave.
Damn.
Yeah, kids don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You don't know. Like,
it was terrifying.
And I mean, you see things back then that just say it was a gay disease. So you're just thinking, if you're gay, you have it. I couldn't be like, that's where, being a young high school, that's what my brain would be like.
It was also a death sentence.
Yeah.
Literally a death sentence. So I had an ex-boyfriend who tested positive, and I was freaking out, and I was convinced, even though I told you I'm a side.
Yeah.
So it's not like, they sat me down at the testing and they were like, do you do this? Do you do that? Have you ever done this? And I was like, no. And they were like, I think you're going to be fine, but come back in 2 weeks for the results. Can you imagine 2 weeks?
That's so long.
Every headache, every ache and pain. I was like, I have it. I'm dying.
Yeah.
You're laughing. Anyway, this is not appropriate. So anyway, I was just like, and it turned out that I was negative, but I remember me and 2 girlfriends went out in West Hollywood one night, like for dinner, and we passed this like, storefront psychic. And we're like, oh, let's go in and get a reading, $20 reading. And the woman was like, a friend of yours is very sick. And I was like, okay. And she's like, and you're worried about yourself. And you should be. Do you have any more money on you? I can do a cleansing. And I was like, you know what? You fucking bitch. That's exactly what I said.
And that's how you met Sherry Vine.
I said, you fucking bitch. And she's like, excuse me? All of a sudden she dropped, the accent. She's like, what?
She said, watch your mouth who you're talking to.
She was like, you do not want to talk to me. I'm like, honey, if you had any power, you wouldn't be doing readings for $20 in this fucking shithole. I said, how dare you?
That's crazy.
Cash in. I'm obviously a gay man.
100%.
You know what's going on out there. I was furious.
Yeah. She was like, oh, I'm going to milk him for all I can get from him.
Then I walked out and I told the other two girls, I'm like, don't even do a reading with this cunt.
That is crazy. Girl, waiting the 2 weeks, like, and again, when I was sexually active and I would go to the free gay men's health clinic in New York, I used to go to the one in downtown Brooklyn on Tuileries Street. And there I had to wait, I think, like 3 or 4 days, and that felt crazy.
That's an eternity.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. And then they did the thing that they will call you, like back then they called you whether you had it or not. Like they'll call you back. You have to come back for your results.
Right.
So you go back to the thing, and I think to scare you, they would sit you in a room and they would be like, okay, we have your results. The doctor will be in to talk to you soon. So I was like, oh my God, the doctor's gonna come and talk to me. So I'm literally like preparing, like, oh my God, how am I gonna tell my family? And I turned out to be negative, but also in a way though, it is a little problematic to scare someone that way. But it did make me take more precautions in the future because I was nervous and I was scared that I would have been positive.
Listen, their job was to keep gay men alive.
Yeah.
And if part of that is scaring you, I hate to say it, but it's, like,
yeah,
it's possible.
Yeah.
And, if you are negative, then just count your blessings and move forward and do the right thing and don't do this. And,
yeah,
they're not telling you not to be who you are. But anyway, yeah, people have no idea.
Yeah.
It was literally terrifying. I posted a picture of myself in my 20s and I was very, like, pensive in the picture in a pompadour, and
it was just before World War II.
Exactly. That's hilarious. No, but cue the laugh track. No, but like one of the hashtags was like fear of AIDS. And so many people were like, oh my God, I totally understand what you're talking about. Like, it really just pervaded. Pervasive.
Yeah.
It was everywhere.
You definitely did you
I don't know words.
Did you go to college? Yeah.
I went to Scottsdale Community College for 2 weeks.
Oh, it's just 2 weeks.
And I was like, this is not for me. Nothing I want to do in life I don't need this to prepare.
What about like a theater? Do you ever thought of doing like theater ed or theater performance or something, or acting?
I took drama in high school. And like I said, I studied at Second City.
Yeah.
But like all you're doing is honing your craft. You can't learn how to be a funny person or have a spark or be a performer. I see some fingers.
He's letting me know that you're a hostile guest, and we had to prepare for such. Don't worry about it. There'll be a trapdoor opening up. He's going to eject you out of the room in a second.
Monet, you are so beautiful.
Thank you.
No, I need to say it. You are so gorgeous.
Thank you, Jackie.
You really are.
Thank you.
And I love your, inside and out, to be honest. No, it's true. Sometimes you just got to say it.
Thank you. I love you so much, Jackie. I'm happy you're here today.
Oh, I'm happy. Who canceled?
Literally no one. When you came here that day, literally no one canceled. I was like, we have to have Jackie on the show. I enjoy talking to you. I think you have so much knowledge and you're so funny. You have so much wisdom. I really enjoy talking to you.
Wisdom, knowledge.
I mean, you still have your wisdom teeth, right?
Old. I don't have any of my real teeth. No, I'm just kidding. If these were fake, they'd look better. Let's be honest.
No.
You were about to say, okay, you know what?
Wait, so how does the comedy come in? So you didn't go to college.
I wish this was like framed. So when I take it off, so I could take it off the wall, like smash it over your head.
Like
and then your head goes through
the thing. Okay, so you didn't go to. So you went to college for 2 weeks, and you were like,
yes.
I'm over it. And how does the comedy come in? So, but did you already know you were a funny person before, like after dropping out?
Okay, well, this is twofold. First of all, my mother was clinically depressed.
Okay.
My mother was born in Italy. She was the most beautiful woman. She really was. She would be cleaning the house, singing. Such a great singer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like amazing voice.
Mm-hmm.
And
so you inherited nothing from her. She was beautiful. She could sing. You just like, I'm going to go the complete opposite way.
Well, I don't sing, opera in a baritone.
No, you can sing for
drag.
sure. You can absolutely
thank
sing.
you.
Yeah, you
try to sound
a
like
voice.
A woman every once in a while. Here's my point. She was very beautiful, but she was depressed. And this was before they had, commercials on TV for, medication, depression. Like people she would stay in bed all day and pull the curtains and put on, Edith Piaf or some sad music.
Mm.
So as her little gay son, it was my job to entertain her, make her laugh, make her smile. So I just felt like responsibility for that in a way. Also, when you're a little screaming queen in Scottsdale, Arizona, and kids are hurling, bad words at you, slurs, faggot, and beating you up, you learn that if you make people laugh, they won't punch you in the face.
Yeah.
So kind of twofold. That's how I kind of became funny, if you will. But my dad's funny. I always say my dad is like Dick Van Dyke. Mm-hmm. And my mom is kind of like B. Arthur. So
and you love B. Arthur. You play B. Arthur in the Golden Girls show.
So it's like a cunty, dry, sardonic, side-eye bitch. Uh-huh. And then like sort of like warm, clowny man. Yeah. And you put that together and that's what you get.
That is honestly, that's a great way to describe you. 100%.
Thank you.
And then you play B. Arthur in the Golden Girls show?
Yeah.
Which is when is that happening?
The next one is late February.
And let me tell you another thing. So just before we started recording, Bob the Drag King was in here. And then Bob had to cancel during the show. So Jackie B looks at me, she goes, "Are you available?" Fucking rude, right?
No, I did not go, "Are you available?"
Kinda.
We're doing the episode with Marguerite. She's an African-American and we need you. You owe it to the older legendary queens, Monet. I don't want to put you on the spot, but will you do it?
I mean, I'm not going to answer on camera, so we can have... No, I'm not going to answer on camera. I don't even know why I'm doing that. I don't have my schedule, anything. I have a whole assistant that takes...
That's shtick. That's business right there. That's when you get real creative. I'm going to unplug the mic and I'm going to pretend to be saying mean things. But let me tell you something. When I moved to Los Angeles in the, maybe around 1983.
From New York?
No. Oh. This was from Arizona.
Oh, got it.
I was like a serious poet and artist and, I did paintings and photography.
You could paint?
Not my face. But anyway, it was pretty serious. Oh, wow. And then I don't know. I just kind of, my attitude is if you approach everything as a joke, I was in a band called Dirty Sanchez with Mario Diaz and DJ Barbeau. We kind of started as a joke. I mean, you call something Dirty Sanchez, that's a joke. And this was before everyone knew what it meant. I just loved the way it sounded and nobody knew what it meant. And next thing you knew, we had a record deal and we were on tour with My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult. And we were playing, sold out shows at, the Key Club and stuff on the Sunset Strip. I mean, it was just crazy. But I feel like if you approach everything kind of just for fun or as a joke, that doesn't mean you don't take it seriously.
Well, that's the thing on Drag Race, Bob and I talk about, because I know you don't watch Drag Race.
I do.
Oh, you do? Mm-hmm. So
I don't watch every incarnation.
No shade.
Drag Race Pluto.
No shade. I really only keep up with the American ones.
Yeah.
Regular and All-Stars. But so what do you think about RuPaul's thing when he's just make everything fucking stupid? Bob and I have a whole qualm with it. We're well, everything is fucking stupid. So you're of that same thought then?
Well, here's the other thing I will say. If you look at the funniest people on the planet, one of the reasons they're so funny is that they're not trying to be funny. They play it straight.
Yeah.
The more serious you take it. Meryl Streep is great in all of her comedies.
So good.
Because she's not trying to be funny.
Yeah. You think so?
The writing is funny. And I don't know. I'm just saying when somebody's bouncing off the walls and trying a little too hard. And I mean, listen, I'm a hack.
Yeah.
And I am shameless and I am a full-on clown and I'll do anything for a laugh. I mean, I'll eat on stage, pull my wig off. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm all over the place here.
When was the last time you needed to go to a doctor, but you were like, girl, I don't have time. Girl, I think it'll heal on its own. Girl, it's too far. Girl, I don't like it. Well, listen, you can brush all that away thanks to ZocDoc. Yes, ma'am. ZocDoc is a free app. I'm gonna say that again. A free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 100,000, I was gonna say dollars, doctors. doctors across every specialty. Podiatrists, psychiatrists, endocrinologists, everything under the sun is at ZocDoc. It's so fierce, from mental health to dental health, primary care to urgent care, and many, many, many more. You can filter your doctors who take your insurance and locate it nearby you. And it's a good fit for anyone who's on the go and needs to find medical care. They are so good because they have verified patient reviews. Honestly, my personal favorite of the ZocDoc situation are the patient reviews, because y'all be in here gathering these girls. But at the same time, you can find doctors who are getting good reviews, who have good bedside manner, who have a little wait time. Like, all those things you can find on ZocDoc. So that's why I love it, because you and I go on there and we read them or we love them. And that's what we want in our doctors. We want realness, okay? And you can make your appointments through ZocDoc happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours, y'all. That's quick. Sometimes, when you need a specific specialist and it's like, oh, you gotta wait 2 weeks, sometimes months. Guilty, I've had to do that. It's annoying. And you can score same-day appointments as well. Listen, stop putting off doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/Monet to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/Monet. ZocDoc.com/Monet. Everyone's doing it. You should too. Let me get this straight. So y'all really out here thinking that you have to spend buku coins to get delicious flavor pack meals at your door? You're wrong. You're wrong, Jan. You're wrong. I love Every Plate. I use Every Plate. She is that girl. I love her. When you use Every Plate, you get restaurant-level deliciousness week after week after week. And let me list some of the delicious meals they got, okay? They have crispy buffalo ranch chicken. Cheesy Mexican street corn hash. And y'all, this is not, I know this is an ad, but it's not, it's an ad, but it's not a lie. The taste is so good. You'll spend less on these flavor-packed homemade meals than you would on normal groceries or at a restaurant. Facts. Cooking the same things over and over again can get so boring and so monotonous. And don't you want to like up your dinner game, even for your man or your girl or a date? You want to like look like you're doing something real special, and Every Plate can make you beat that in a little home situation. And thanks to Every Plate's constantly rotating weekly recipes delivered right to your door, you always have the best answer to what's for dinner? Something good? What are you waiting for? Dig into these flavor-packed meals your household will love. And for a limited time only, new customers can enjoy a special offer of only $1.99 a meal. You heard that? $1.99 a meal. Go to everyplate.com/podcast and use code Monet199 to get started.
I think it's almost like Ross Matthews. His brand is one thing. When I'm hanging out with Ross, I mean it's the sickest comedy.
No.
Oh my girl.
No.
Girl.
Really?
Yes. I mean, most people are like this.
And not Carson. Carson and I ended up working a lot together, and I love Carson. I knew Carson before I was in Drag Race. I just love Carson, and I think Carson is pretty sick. I think he plays sick on. He's always making like dirty jokes on camera too.
Right.
Ross is a little more buttoned up.
Yeah. I mean, I think Ross started out on the Tonight Show, which is very mainstream.
Yeah.
You're going into America's living room.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like the non-threatening gay guy next door. But I mean, he's opened up a little bit. I mean, he's married. He's obviously like a sexually active, because back in the day, you were allowed to be gay as long as you didn't say it.
Yeah.
And as long as you were not sexual.
Yeah.
Uncle Arthur on Bewitched. I know I'm going way back.
I don't watch Bewitched.
Okay. You don't watch Bewitched.
I have. I mean, I've seen an episode, but I don't know who Uncle. All I know is the main, the nose thing.
Wait a minute. Do you not know Paul Lynde? Center Square.
When Ben did him on Drag Race, I had no idea who that was.
Paul Lynde played Uncle Arthur, screaming queen, total bitch. I mean, like throwing shade, sassy in America's, but you don't say he's just not gay.
Yeah, just not gay.
Yeah, and same with like Charles Nelson Riley on Match Game. Like Ace, please. This is really upsetting me. Kids.
These shows are not on TV, or they didn't have reruns at least, so I could know about it.
Okay. Anyway, so Ross is Like when it's just us,
Yeah.
you know, the jokes fly. It reminds me of, and this sounds like the very first time when I got hired to write for Joan Rivers.
Oh my God, name dropping. Just list all the names now so we can get over it. Everything is when I work with Paula, when I work with Joe, just drop them all.
Carson Kressley, Joan Rivers. When I was hired to write for Joan Rivers, her head writer, Tony Tripoli, was like, Joan wants you to come to her house and watch the Grammys with me and her. She'll have food, blah, blah, blah. All the other writers are going to E. And I was like, okay. You know, I was kind of like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
So we were there at the Grammys, watching the Grammys at Joan's house. And it was the night after Whitney Houston had died.
Oh, shit.
The jokes were flowing. No, I mean, just horrible.
Between you and her writing.
Yes, me and her and Tony Tripoli, who's another queen.
Yeah.
So, you know, Jackie beat Joan Rivers.
God, I can't even imagine.
The jokes, gallows humor, like politically incorrect, horrible, hateful, ugly. And at one point she reaches over and she goes, get it all out, honey, because we can't say any of this on TV. So I feel that way about Ross. Yeah. And probably a little bit Rue. Rue has that in her.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
Rue was best friends with Bunny. Like everyone is sick.
Yeah.
Everyone is sick. And there used to be a time, it was a different time where you would say things like, oh my God, that's so outrageous. That's so wrong. That's so horrible. And that was the whole point. Nobody thought you were actually, you know, a misogynistic racist, you know, like, I mean, half the stuff, I used to do songs that were so homophobic.
Oh, you know, one of my favorite ones that you can't do anymore. Shit. I started AIDS down in Africa.
I just did it.
Did you?
Yeah, I'll tell you why. I perform at the Laurie Beachman in New York.
I thought it was closed.
Times Square. This was my final show.
Oh, God.
They called up and they said, we're closing. You have to come do a couple shows.
Oh, my God.
So I did all my worst material.
Jackie, how did I not see this? I would have bought a ticket. I would have flown to New York to see the show.
Private show after this. No, it costs a lot of money. No, but I did that. And I did, you know, I do Bryan Adams has a song called Heaven. And I changed it to 7 about dating a 7-year-old.
Oh,
and the very first time I ever sang it there, a guy stood up and stormed out. And I later learned that he went to the management and said, I work for Child Protective Services here in New York. You're not even allowed to joke about that stuff. I'm calling the police.
But that's not real. You can joke about whatever you want.
Well, that's what he said. And it's like the show ended. Anyway, it's horrible, that song.
Jesus.
But the whole point, and now I have to preface it. Well, first of all, I don't sing it anymore. But I always prefaced it with, let's get one thing straight. We are laughing at the person who thinks this is a valid relationship.
Yeah.
We're not making fun of the victim.
Yeah.
Like, it's so outlandish, but it's a different world. It really is a different world. You know, I'm doing my holiday tour right now. This is probably going to air long after the holidays. No matter what you know, celebrate. Christmas, Kwanzaa,
Easter, it's a holiday.
Hanukkah. But, you know, I have Santa's Baby, which is about a one-night stand. You know, I get pregnant with Santa's Baby.
Ooh.
But it mentions the R word.
Got it.
A few times.
Got it.
Rape. And I'm just saying, like, it was a different time. 20 years ago, it was so crazy and so over the top. And then, you know, you have an abortion at the end. Like, and all these queens do it on stage. Like, they send me footage of them lip syncing it and they're actually giving birth on stage. Or it's like, girl.
Does it feel nice that people, I mean, I know I used to lip sync one of your songs, but Bob used to do your Big Dick in the song as in a mix of his songs. I like him long. So stick that mammoth paw in my cake hole. Swallow it.
I love it when queens lip sync my songs and they send me, and I'm like, send me $20. No, but Bob stole one of my most famous fucking jokes.
Which one? Oh, wait. Breaking. Here at Monét Talks, Bob the drag queen stole one of your jokes.
This just in.
Jackie beat. Let it rip.
Okay, I used to walk out on stage and I'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I know we're here to have a good time, but I made the mistake of looking online right before I came out here and I saw the news about Betty White. This is when she was still alive. The entire audience, like, just, and they're like, I'm so, you know, I just wanted to dedicate tonight's show to her. She was our last surviving Golden Girl. The entire audience is like losing their shit.
Uh-huh.
And I would be like, just kidding, she's still alive. Actually, I wish the bitch would die. She's annoying and everywhere and da-da-da-da. Anyway, it would kill.
Yeah, I was sure.
Like, that's the very first thing out of my mouth when I walk out. I did it on a cruise ship once, and the entire room turned on me and started booing.
No!
At the end of the cruise, we did this group thing where all the entertainers come out, and I made this giant sign that said, Betty White is still alive. So anyways, all of a sudden, I can't remember how long ago this was, but I started getting these text messages. Bob did your Betty White joke.
Wow. You heard it here from the horse's mouth herself.
Spilling a tea.
Oh, I can't wait for him to see this. Oh, that's so good. And Monet Talks exclusive. We love, love, love.
You love an exclusive.
Okay.
Here's another.
Ooh.
I'm a man.
And then okay, would you say your job working for Joan Rivers, was that one of the biggest parts, or was working with Roseanne? Which one do you think was better for your career?
Well, I will say that, okay.
Because you wrote for the Roseanne show, you wrote for her stand-up.
Not her show. A lot of people thought I wrote for the show, but I didn't. No. I did a show like at the Parlor or Akbar, or not Akbar, or it was like Foo Bar.
I don't know anything about LA.
It was either Parlor or Foo Bar, and Roseanne was there. You know, this little shithole of a bar, and I'm doing this show, you know, my material, and she was cackling, you know, that signature laugh. I'm sure she had, you know, a little red wine in her system. And after the show, she came up and she's like, oh my God, you're fucking hilarious. I want to work with you. And I, you know, living in LA, I've had celebrities come to shows. And they say that. They have a couple drinks. They think you're funny. You never hear from them again.
Yeah.
I mean, when I did Supermarket Sweep with Sherry.
Oh my God. I used to, the reboot with Leslie Jones.
With Leslie Jones.
They used to bring it back. I love that show.
Leslie Jones said, oh my God, you are the funniest person I have ever met in my life. When I go back on the road, you're going to be my opening act. And I said, I'm going to hold you to that. And they didn't cut it out of the show. She said it.
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard from her.
Yeah.
But here, back to Roseanne.
Yeah.
The next day, the phone rang. Hey, it's Roseanne. I want you to come over and like, let's write some material. Let's do some stuff together. You're hilarious. I go to visit her in her giant, beautiful house. She's standing in the kitchen eating beluga caviar with Cool Ranch Doritos.
Work.
Which I just thought was so her.
That is...
So I ended up writing with her, opening for her. I've never done a gay cruise, and they hired her to do Atlantis Gay Cruises. She was the big headliner. And she's like, well, if I'm doing a gay cruise, I want Jackie to not only open for me, but do her own show. And they were like, oh, we're familiar with Jackie. We're not interested.
Wait, what?
And her manager, who's gay, James, said, like, why not? Oh, we just think she's overplayed.
What?
Yeah, they were not fans of drag back then.
Got it.
And they thought that all drag queens just lip synced.
Yeah.
Which is fine. All drag is valid. Anyway, hard swallow. So her manager said, she's overplayed. Like, I don't, you know, she's hilarious and she sings live. And they went, she sings live. And she's like, so you think she's overplayed, but you don't even know what she does? Roseanne, in the middle of the meeting, goes, well, if you don't want Jackie, then I'm not going to do it.
Work.
I mean, this is the type of friends I'm seriously. So this is why, okay.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that part.
So I ended up doing the cruise, and I mean, girl.
Killed.
First of all, she opened for me. So the room was beyond packed.
Wait, so you were the headline of that show, and she...
Well, on the cruises, there's a big, like, sort of Broadway theater, and I would always I always like to, like, rise above a room. I don't want to be that one person on that giant stage that's made for dancers and production numbers. I mean, if you're famous, you can stand there and do that. But, you know, so this was the smaller cabaret, which is still relatively big. It was completely packed.
Word.
She did like 5 minutes and then brought me out. I mean, it killed. They walked over and they said, can you do the next 6 cruises?
Word.
6 cruises. And I was like, let's take it one at a time.
Yeah, calm down, Mary.
So she's the reason I got into Atlantis. Then I opened for her for 7 weeks at the New York in Vegas. And she paid me so much money.
Work.
It's the reason I bought a house.
You want to tell us the figure right now?
No. No.
Okay.
But her manager said, she could get anybody to open for her for like $100 a show. And I said, I know. So that was the reason I could put money down on my very first house in Highland Park.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Altadena now. But anyway, here's my point. That's why it hurts so bad.
To see what she's become.
Well, that we don't even talk anymore.
Damn.
Ultimately, she's a straight white lady.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes your head goes there. I know some people who, even though, okay, I don't want to.
What? You know some people who what?
No, just like, people logically know things, but then you see them kind of jumping to this conclusion. Like I know people who go from gay man to pedophile in 3 seconds. And the reason is because they have kids and that's just the way they think. They think that and I'm like, you're smarter than that.
Yeah.
You work with all these gay people, you know better than this, but like the mama bear in them, if that makes sense. But what your original question was, Roseanne or Joan?
Yeah.
And it's both, because Joan taught me, it was like a sweatshop of jokes.
Oh, like
you just keep going. She wanted 10 jokes for each look.
Each look? Like,
on Fashion Police.
Okay, so the show you wrote for Joan was Fashion Police.
Yeah.
Got it.
She would want like 10 jokes for each. And she had 10 writers. So that's 100 jokes. Then she would be like, oh, no, I need more. So she would reject. And sometimes you're just checking it off the list. Nobody's going to like this joke, but you would need to send in 10.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rigorous as fuck. Yeah.
More fingers.
Do you like being fingered? I don't like being fingered.
No.
It feels like a waste of my time of all both. I mean, I guess for the tops, sometimes they're enjoying it, but I'm like, I don't want a finger in it. I didn't want a dildo in it. I want actual skin inside of me. Like a penis, not like a finger, you know?
Well, first of all, fingers have skin.
I know, but you know what I mean? I want like the organ for sex, not your fingers.
Sex organ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so Joan is okay. So here's my question.
But I literally love both of them. I mean, I love that I've written for Roseanne, Joan Rivers, Sandra Bernhardt, like all the mouthy women.
Yeah.
Mouthy Jewish
I feel
women.
like in another time you would have also written for Chelsea Handler. That seems like in your alley of
Yeah, well, I was head writer on
Chelsea Lately?
No, on Ross's show, Hello Ross, and she was the executive producer, and her offices were one floor up from us, and I used to go into work every day, dressed as a dude. I think I was thinner, and I was actually working a look then, but I had this thing about taking my shoes off.
Yeah,
so I was always in my stockings.
Are you a no shoes in the house kind of person?
No, I won't make somebody, but I'm just saying, like at work, it's like, why am I I'm sitting at a desk writing jokes. Like, I don't want to wear shoes.
Yeah.
I'm just like, have my socks on.
Yeah.
So I was in the elevator and I didn't have my shoes on.
Oh, she hates bare feet.
Oh, well, I mean, I had socks on, but still. So she was coming down to do her show. So she's all made up with her entourage and the door's open and I'm standing in there alone without my shoes on. And she gets in and she's like, how come you're not in drag right now? I said, you're not paying me enough. And she goes, how come you don't even have your shoes on? Aren't you embarrassed? And I said, a little. Now that you're saying this in front of everybody. Like, I was trying to keep up with her. She's very...
Kelsey is...
First of all, she's very intimidating.
I mean, yeah. She has...
you can't win.
She has big... She's not big. She has huge dick energy.
Yeah.
Like if Chelsea Handler had a dick, it would be the a grinder 12-inch dick. Like, Jesus Christ. Like
Great.
Chelsea.
I'm glad I have this pillow right here.
I'm so sick of people lying on Grindr about their dick sizes. It's so annoying. I don't understand why we have to lie about, just say 6.5. 6.5 is a big penis.
It's fine.
6.5.
If you know how to use it.
7 is a big dick. Everyone wants to be, oh yeah, I'm huge, I'm XL, I'm double XL.
Also, like the
8, 9.
The camera angles. Okay, you know that I only hook up in drag.
Yeah.
And I used to think that was really pathetic.
No.
And I was like, no, there's leather queens, however you feel most powerful.
Yeah, whatever.
And I get like top shelf fucking straight dick.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, these angles and like people.
They're so deceiving.
I have this whole filter I'm like, did you read my profile? Because it says I'm a drag queen
Uh-huh.
on the trans spectrum.
Uh-huh.
No.
Wait, you're a drag queen on the trans spectrum?
Honey, if
I
you saw
love
the
it.
picture of me pushing those,
Okay, well, here's the
titties
thing.
up.
In your drag hookup, your hookup drag, is it like your regular Jackie? Like, are you like,
no, I do.
okay, a soft top?
But sometimes I'll be like, this is going to be after a show, so I'm going to be wearing a lot of makeup. And a lot of them love it. No, seriously.
Okay, let's say something.
But it's a different wig, more of a like a, tousled Italian.
Human?
And no, hell no.
Jackie.
No, they don't deserve human.
I've hooked up in drag so many times. Gritch, I used to do my drag on off of 10th Avenue in New York. I tell this story on my shows. I was doing my show at Hardware. I got done with the show at Hardware.
Mm-hmm.
Around the corner from Hardware is Fairy Tale Bar in New York, which is a trans amorous bar for men who are interested in trans women. And then so we get a lot of flow over at Hardware from Fairy Tale. So I'm doing Fairy Tale. So I'm feeling blah, blah, blah. This guy comes in the bar. I get the vibes. He gets in my car. We drive up to my apartment in the Bronx. And he's sitting on my bed and I'm sucking his dick, right? Going in, sucking the dick. And
you just did this.
He was all that.
Okay.
And I'm sucking the dick. And
I have to say, every once in a while they send me a picture and I jokingly say, get over here and let me suck 1/3 of that dick.
Just doing a tight five in your fucking grinder.
Sometimes I don't like it when they kind of have a sense of humor. Okay, so anyway.
I was sucking the dick, and now I am a balding man, right? But I had not shaved my head for a few days, and I had the wig on. And it's so hot in my apartment because the AC was broken. So I am sweating. As I am sucking the dick, sweat is pouring from my thing. He touches the head, the wig slides back up my head. I look up, and I'm just a George Jefferson balding man looking up at him, and then he just looks down at me and goes, "You not done?" And I finished sucking his dick.
Okay, you not done.
You not done.
That's my new "you not done." That is, girl, that is your next tattoo. You not done.
You not done.
I love that.
It was great.
I love that.
Yeah.
No, but I have this like, did you read my profile?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If they're like, no, why? I'm like, just please read it.
Yeah.
I don't want any surprises. I'm not trying to fool anybody. Not that,
Yeah.
So then when they say yes, because I have to say, when I first started having sex and drag, it was just that, very one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
That gets boring so fast.
100%.
What about me?
Yeah.
Guess who's got...
What about
I got one too.
me?
I got one too, honey. So anyway, so I'm like, did you read my profile? Yes. What are you into? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, are you... So I'm trying to find a guy who will reciprocate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
they are out there.
Yeah.
So I have
100%.
so they send a picture and I always respond with, this is, okay, I know we're going back in time. I always respond with, oh my God, how big is that thing? Because I want to hear a number. Like, it's not just about that angle, girl. So I need to see the picture, hear the number. And so I have a regular now.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, girl. I'm in love.
Jackie,
No
you
joke.
can't fall in love though.
No. I'm just saying.
Uh-huh.
I think a while back he was like putting his clothes back on and going to leave. And he's like, oh, he said, I love you. And I said, what? And he's like, oh my God, am I allowed to say that? And I'm like, honey, I know what you mean. You love this. He's so,
You can't fall in love because it's
No. Trust me.
Okay.
I ain't living with anybody.
Okay.
I ain't gonna be anybody's sugar mama. Every once in a while, I'll tell friends this. Every once in a while, he'll text me, baby, can you Venmo me $10 for pizza? I'm starving, which I just think is like, I start immediately like self-lubricating. But I'm like, $10? That's $1 an inch. No problem. He is... No, there are times where I have an out-of-body experience and I'm like, I must have done something good in another life. I certainly didn't do anything good. He's perfect.
Work. Yeah.
Like, tattoos, body, ass, dick, face, nasty, but sweet.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? Like that
100%.
perfect.
Yes.
Like,
I know, girl.
And I love black men.
Uh-huh.
I hate the word thug. It bothers me so much.
Good.
Well, why? I just don't understand. Like in porn, everything is thug. And it's like,
Girl.
why can't it be a beautiful black man in a fucking 3-piece suit?
Yeah.
If a guy, oh my God, a beautiful
a
black
3-piece
man
suit?
wearing glasses like this.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Is this weird? I love that sort of
I love it.
like civil rights look. No, but you know what I mean? Just like,
You want her to Rosa Parks on that dick.
Like, and oh my God. Anyway.
Okay, now you're canceled. How does it feel?
It feels good. I have a lot of me time now.
Also,
no, why am I canceled?
No, you're
celebrating.
No, you can't. Also, when I do not like a dick pic that is only a shot of the dick, because I feel that is always misleading. I need to see your full body so I can get the scale of dick to body. Because I feel like it is easy if you just send me a picture of this. I don't know if it's 3 inches
also,
or 12 inches.
Like,
and I'm not a size queen. I just want to know what I'm signing up for. You know what I mean?
Also, when they do it like straight on where it's all like, no, let's show, like, learn how to take a fucking picture of your dick.
But
you're an adult.
But also sometimes I'm like, it is like a formidable opponent, but they still don't know how to take care of, like,
That's
take a good picture.
Mean.
You know what I mean?
It's like, don't take a, do you know what I'm talking about? That angle where it's like literally just the head.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is that?
Like, do this and then... Anyway,
the art of taking a dick pic.
Yeah,
I think you could probably. I mean, I know I could definitely teach a class on how to take. Also, when you measure it with the remote, I'm like, or the ruler is starting at their fucking the back of their balls. I'm like, so we're already losing 2 and 3 inches because you have put the ruler under your taint. Like that is. It's so misleading. I didn't like it.
Well, I just will say this, and I've discussed this with quite a few of my friends, because I went like, I didn't have sex for years and years, because I was already feeling old. I was fat. Mm-hmm. I was femme. I was everything the gay community hated, so all of a sudden, this was a whole new world. And I was telling Mario once, my best friend, I was like, this one guy said, let me see that fat ass. So not only is it like something that I hate about myself and I'm ashamed of, he loves it.
Yeah.
So I've met these guys that love like everything that I love about them. We put value on things that we aren't.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I think a lot of like white guys like black guys and black guys like white guys. And like people like, a lot of people do like opposites. Mm-hmm. But, so I had like this guy that I, is kind of my regular, like the cock is, girl. And I'll just be like, that ain't me, honey. That ain't me. But he, like, I think I made a comment one of the first times. I was like, well, nothing compared to you. And he's like, oh no, I prefer that. I really like, girl, he goes to town.
Word.
And I have said this before. I want to turn this into a song, not a funny one. Nerve endings don't look in the mirror.
Nerve endings don't look in the mirror.
Pretty people do not have better orgasms than ugly people. Uh-huh. People with little dicks, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like people with not perfect bodies.
Valid.
They feel the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
So enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself.
Find somebody who is into your big fat ass and your little white dick and put on a little makeup. And enjoy life. And I have to say, I really thought I was going to go the rest of my life with just like never. And girl, it's just like, come over.
100%.
Mommy needs you.
Jackie, this has been such a great conversation chatting. I feel like I could talk to you forever.
It's over?
So quickly. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. That's because.
Oh, one last question. I always wanted to know. Were you proposed to? What is this tattoo on your ring finger?
That's the very first tattoo I ever got, and I got.
You got a hand tattoo as your first tattoo ever? How old were you?
Maybe 25.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the very first one I ever got, and it's my mom's name, Lily. Her full name was Liliana, and it was right after she died.
Work.
So I got it. Yeah.
Oh, cute. My mom's still alive. Maybe I should I always thought about getting a tattoo of my mom in some way to show reverence, but whatever. I have enough.
You know your next tattoo. You ain't done. That's a callback. We just bookended this show. Look
at that. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been privileged to hear and chat with me and the incredibly fabulous and hilarious Jackie B. Jackie, thank you for stopping by.
Oh, honey.
And wait, and tell us where we can come see you.
I don't know.
Okay. Just go to JackieB.com.
Yeah, go to MissJackieBeat.com. I used to have JackieBeat.com, but then, I forgot to pay the bill one month, and now a Chinese corporation owns it.
Damn.
Not racist. The corporation is Chinese. These are facts. And, they want... $50,000.
yeah.
No, $300 I would pay. So anyway, go to MissJackieBeat.com and my schedule is there. And Sherry and I started doing, we do the Golden Girls as we discussed. We're doing a Golden Girls brunch, which I've always wanted to do. And we did it at Precinct, and the first one sold out like so quickly and was such a big hit. So hopefully we're still doing that. But yeah, just come see me.
And maybe you might see me at Golden Girls. We'll see what the offer is. Because whatever they were going to pay Bob, I want double. And then I'll consider it. Thank you so much. Until next time, peace.
Monét Talks.